When you think about the American Revolution, you probably picture soldiers and muskets, right? Well, today we're going to talk about the battles that weren't fought with guns at all. We're diving into the story of George Washington's secret weapon, a hidden network of spies operating right under the enemy's nose.
So, could a secret spy ring really save the entire revolution? I know it sounds like something straight out of a movie, but the story is absolutely incredible. We're going to explore how a handful of ordinary people, using nothing but their wits and a whole lot of courage, built a secret network that actually changed the course of history.
Okay, so to really get why this spy ring was even a thing, you have to understand the situation George Washington was in. And let me tell you, it was desperate. I mean, just picture it. His Continental Army was completely outgunned and totally outmanned. He knew that trying to fight a traditional war against the British Empire was a losing battle. He needed an edge. For Washington, this wasn't just about strategy. It was about pure survival. Knowing what the enemy was going to do next was the only way to keep the revolution alive.
So what does he do? He takes this massive, desperate gamble. In 1778, he gives the green light to form a top-secret intelligence network, the one we now know as the Culper spy ring.
And the guy he picks to run this whole secret operation? Major Benjamin Tallmadge. Now, this was the perfect choice. Tallmadge knew the lay of the land around New York City inside and out, but more importantly, he knew the people. His job was to find regular folks, civilians, who could lead double lives to gather intelligence without anyone suspecting a thing.
And wow, just look at the team he put together. This is what's so amazing. These were not trained super spies. They were everyday people. A farmer, a journalist who was pretending to be loyal to the British, a local whaleboat captain, even a homemaker, Anna Strong, who used her laundry line, get this, her laundry line, to send secret signals. Every single one of them was risking everything.
Okay, so how on earth did a bunch of regular citizens manage to spy on the most powerful army in the world without getting caught? Well, they developed a brilliant system, a kind of clandestine playbook built on pure deception. Their whole process was designed for secrecy. So let's follow the journey of a message. It starts with an agent in British-held territory. They write it down using invisible ink and a number code. Then, instead of risking a meeting, they leave it at a secret dead drop. Finally, a courier on a boat smuggles it across enemy lines to Washington's camp. You have to remember, every single one of these steps could get them captured and executed. And this whole dead drop idea, it's just genius in its simplicity. No risky meetings, no suspicious conversations. You could hide a world-changing secret inside a hollowed-out rock or a specific fence post, and no one would ever know. It was absolutely key to keeping them safe. You see, it wasn't just one trick. It was layers and layers of protection. Say the British find a letter. Well, it just looks like a blank piece of paper. Okay, let's say they figure out the invisible ink. Now they're stuck with a numerical code they have to crack. And even if they somehow break the code, all the important names and places are disguised. It was like a fortress of secrets. All right, so they had this amazing system, but did it actually work? Oh, you bet it did. The intelligence they gathered didn't just help a little. It completely changed the game for Washington and the Continental Army. For example, they discovered a British plot to flood the colonies with counterfeit money to completely crash the American economy. The ring stopped them cold. Then, they found out about a surprise attack planned against our new French allies, saving a partnership that was absolutely essential for victory. These were huge wins, but the biggest bombshell was still on its way. And here it is, the ring's most famous achievement, exposing the treason of General Benedict Arnold. I mean, this guy was a celebrated American war hero, and he was secretly planning to hand over the critical fortress of West Point to the British. The ring uncovered the plot just in time, saving the fort and exposing Arnold as America's most infamous traitor. The Culper ring's impact was undeniably huge, but it's so important to remember they weren't the only ones out there risking it all in the shadows for the American cause. And their stories are just as powerful. You have Nathan Hale, this young, Yale-educated captain who was captured on his very first mission. His famous last words, "I only regret that I have but one life to lose for my country," became this incredible rallying cry. And then you have James Armistead Lafayette, an enslaved man who posed as a runaway to get inside British camps. He became a double agent, feeding the British disastrously false information while funneling their real plans to the Americans. Just amazing courage. And this right here really gets to the heart of it. The War for Independence was fought on two fronts. You had the visible war, the one with cannons and muskets that we all read about in history books. But at the exact same time, there was this invisible war, fought with whispers and secrets and invisible ink. And honestly, one could not have been won without the other.
So, the story of the Kolber ring really leaves us with a powerful question. For centuries, nobody even knew their names. They were hidden, but their impact literally shaped a nation. It makes you wonder, right? Who are the unsung heroes out there today, operating in the shadows, writing the history of our own time?